Spartan Nation, guess who's back? Coming right back at you, back in the attack. Cue the Woodshed, Ken, the super cool Spartan, my brother Brian, the super mad Spartan. What's going on with you, broski? How you doing? How you feeling? How you living?
I'm living all right. I can't complain too much, except about Michigan State.
Yes. Michigan State's the gift that keeps on giving, especially on the administration tip here. You know, we're fresh off of your lively birthday bash in Vegas. Had a good time out there. The Vegas
Yes,
vibes,
indeed.
doing our thing. You know, we looking like rock stars out there. So had a good time. They little vacay for us, looking at the mountains, living it big on the strip. Wonderful time, broski. Wonderful time. So
It's a great
here we
time.
are back at it once again. Yeah, great time. Much needed time too. Much needed time. So here we are rocking and rolling. And as we said, MSU's the gift that keeps on giving, because what happens out the blue? Our illustrious president, Mr. Kevin Gusewicz, decides to jump ship. And we're talking about a very major ship. We're talking about he had to put on one of those floating things and just jump off the cruise just from the top. Just, you
Evacuated.
know what? I can't take this shit no more. Get me the fuck out of here. I mean, it was that bad that the Board of Trustees voted to double his salary. And what does he do? He jumps ship, goes to Clemson for almost $1 million less. He's taking an $800,000 pay cut to get the hell out of Dodge of East Lansing. Now,
well, not East Lansing. Let's be more specific. To get away from the Board of Trustees. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. He, on his way out, he gave us a beautiful letter laying it all out, saying, I can no longer work with these people. They don't have the best interest of the university at heart, and they're undermining everything that we're trying to do. And so we cannot move forward.
Right.
There it is. No,
and
we don't got to speculate about the board pushing
trustees.
Them out.
Yes. Hey. And he named the specific trustees, if I'm not
the
mistaken.
Usual fucking suspects.
So, yeah, yes. you can just Google it online. You can see the names he listed, but he was not shy. He put those bullets out there, bang, bang, bang. It was like, hey, you know what? I'm out of here. Can't do this no more. I can't do it. So I was doing a little research here, broski, because even though, you know, we're a fan-centric show, you know, we do this for the fans. We're not out there, you know, doing all kinds of stats and all that stuff and drawing up X's and O's and, you know, the Jimmies and Joes and all that stuff. But I looked at the number of presidents that Michigan State has had for the past about 20 years. And pretty much safe to say it's been a revolving door. You know, for a major university like Michigan State, one that is in the top 20, 25 in terms of revenue for football, despite how bad the damn team has been, to being like in the top 20, 25 for revenue, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, right? But MSU has had 6 presidents since 2005, and including the one that we have now. Some resigned for, you know, some of the scandals. I mean, you know, starting with the Nassar shit, you know, the current president at that time, she resigned. Then the guy that comes after her, I think it's Luana Simon, was that president at the time. Then we bring in John Engler. You know, he's basically the cleanup mess boy from Nassar. And then when he leaves, another president, then another president. Then now, you know, we have Kevin. He was here for almost 2 years, but he's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. So I'm like, wow, this is just fucking crazy. I mean, a top university, not just in the state of Michigan, they're talking about in the country, bro. And we just cannot have the top spot in place. And like you said, this the clown show that is with the board of trustees, I'm at a loss. I am just totally at a loss.
You know what it really is, Ken? We're returning to what Michigan State has been for most of our lives. This dysfunctional administration. You know, we had some good times with, you know, D'Antonio, Mark Hollis, and you know, was it you said Luanna Simons? You know, that was probably the only time in my entire life that everybody was rowing the boat per se in the same direction. Now there was some meddling with the board there that finally kind of came to a head once Simon left and Mark Hollis, they all, you know, dipped out with the Nassar stuff. Because the board of trustees is the people who kind of messed up D'Antonio. If I'm not mistaken, he was already thinking about retiring, but he had that bonus coming up. Instead of just doing him a solid, say, "Hey, let's just cut you the check, and then we can do this." They forced him to do, you know, what happened at the end of D'Antonio's tenure, and I don't blame him for that. Just knowing how the board has been. And so now we're back in the hellscape of rotation, trying to figure out how we can move forward. And we have, you know, basically 3 rogue board members who have been undermining the university and putting their agendas above what is best for Michigan State University. And I know for a fact everyone is tired of it. Everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I mean, the fact that the president's position is a revolving door. You have a dysfunctional board of trustees that's just all over the damn place. Now, you know what's going to happen with the Batman, because, you know, that's kind of out there now floating around in the MSU ether. What's the Batman going to do, a.k.a. J Batt?
Exactly. Once the person who hired you is gone, you never know. Just all right. J Batt gets hired. He didn't hire Jonathan Smith. That's why he got the boot. One of the reasons why you're not my guy. And now, you know, J Batt, you know, and I'll say this, the most disappointing thing is that when they got, you know, former President Gutschewitz and J Batt, and you look at their resumes, you look at what they've accomplished at other universities, the feeling was, it was positive that, hey, we look like we have the right people in place, and we're trying to move, we're going to try to steer the ship, they're all rolling in the right direction. We get Gutschewitz, he's trained at universities, making all these good changes. You know, everybody speaks glowing of him. I think you've met him before. You've met him at, you know, in person.
Yeah, I met him a couple times. Yeah, most definitely.
And then we bring in J Batt, and like, okay, we're trying to get hey, we got to modernize everything with our athletic department. He seems to be the guy. We have all these good ideas. You know, we have mostly good vibes. Mostly good vibes, more positive vibes. And then he said right before we get ready to head to Vegas, oh yeah, the president's leaving today. Like, what? That can't.
Right.
I woke up to that. And then we texted that morning. Like, yeah, the president's leaving. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Then about 10 or 11 a.m., he drops that we'll call it the ether track for his letter to university leaving. And it was pretty much like, okay, God. It's wild business. And it's funny because nobody really wants him to leave. Like, there's even a campaign they put, "We love you, Kevin," signs all around you. I think Izzo and them are behind all that, like trying to get him to stay. Like nah, he's gone, because why would he stay? Nothing has changed.
Right.
And then with one of the problem childs of the board dropping a $25 million lawsuit on the same fucking day that they had voted to give the president his raise, to try to get him to stay. Like, think about that. Your board of trustees is voting because he get when this guy's trying to leave. So you're voting to say, hey, we want him to stay. So we're going to approve him to get more money. And on that same day, you file the intent of I'm gonna submit a $25 million lawsuit against the university for racial discrimination. Like, dog, get the fuck out of here.
Oh man, I coughed on that one.
Improving his point.
Oh,
like,
God.
Look at this clown show.
Yeah. Yep. Bozo the clown, Homie the clown, Pennywise from It. Like, I mean, whatever clown suit you want to put on.
Always getting sued. They see the green and white and like this green. We gonna try to milk the university. Like, this is.
And green and white is the color of money. And like MSU got plenty of it to dish out in the lawsuit. So, yeah.
Hope they don't pay
speaking
them
of which, side note is that Mel Tucker lawsuit still floating out there in the ether?
Yes, it hasn't gone away. They dropped. It was it Bridget Tracy? He had a lawsuit against the university too. I think that got dismissed. No, that didn't. I think her lawsuit against him got dismissed. So his lawsuit against the university is still
then she turned around and sued Michigan State.
Space. Well, yeah. So, we'll see.
I mean,
we can't rehash the Mel Tucker stuff. If you can't keep your hands to yourself and not tell anybody, can't be the head coach. Gots to go.
When you think about it, and I made this point to our dad, I think while we're in Vegas when this whole shit about the president leaving, if you go back to the past decade and a half, I'll say, from the Nasser stuff to the Mel Tucker stuff to the whole, the whole thing with, the fall off of Mel Tucker, that hit Jonathan Smith and they basically vacating his short tenure of wins. Yes. With Michigan State, now to the president leaving, now to the board of trustees filing suit. I mean, this whole 15, 20-year span has just been a one big clusterfuck for the university from an optics perspective. I mean, we just can't get shit right. At least on the administration side. And if you want to mix in,
let's just pitch a fucking circus tent in the middle of the university.
Right. Barnum and Bailey. I mean, it's just been utterly ridiculous. And I'm just trying to think, what are the positive things that have happened within the past 20 years? Well, D'Antonio, he had a successful run.
It's 20 years. 20 years, yeah, we're good. Because basically, up until 2016, football was doing great. From 2000,
football was doing great.
8, 9. Well, let's say you really started making that change 2009, 10. And then since up until 2016, we were riding pretty high.
Yeah, on the football side. And on the basketball side, Izzo at least went to maybe 3 Final Fours within that stretch. Because he went to the Final Four in 2010?
15.
Oh, yeah, he went because he went in, he went in 2015. And then he went in 2019.
Yeah.
So at least he's been in the Final Four twice within that time span. And, football was great, like you said, for about a good 5 years or so. Yeah, MSU hockey been great. The women's basketball team's been pretty good. tennis. I think tennis. Did they win like a Big Ten championship for the first time in their history? I think.
I don't know if it's first
Was
time
it
in
men's
history, but
tennis?
they won the Big Ten
Been a
championship
long
this past
time.
season. Yes, I don't know. I don't know the history of
Yeah,
it, but yeah.
yeah. I'm thinking women's soccer, but yeah, some of the
The men's
non-revenue
soccer
sports
is
have been
pretty
doing
good too.
good.
Like this, yeah. It's
Yeah,
just this feels more recently with the after COVID. It's just been mostly bad. We had the one flash in the pan football season, and then since then, yeah,
horrendous.
it's a lot of gut punches waking up to.
And here we are with another one with the administration. So it's God,
It's not over. It's not going to end well. Like this is because these people are still going to be here. Like they haven't gone anywhere. Whitmer decided not to remove them, which I understand why now in retrospect is like, I wish she would have just asked them when she had the chance. But there might be some more reasons like this lawsuit ain't just something that this person just decided to do on a whim. I think they did it to protect themselves to
mm-hmm.
be on the board, but
Yeah,
it's just frustrating.
yeah.
We have other
It's
board members. What did
the
Brianna
dark.
Scott say? She said, weaponize their positions. Like this is someone on the board. Like, yo, these people are wild.
Yeah. God. Oh man. So speaking of dark clouds, I know you want to touch
What
on
a transition.
I know you want to touch on football recruiting a little bit. Maybe dark clouds is too strong. Maybe we'll say gray clouds. Oh
Gray
man.
unknown clouds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Re- Recruiting is they're putting bodies on the football field. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know. You're all gonna hear me say this a lot. Just it's all gonna be all about wins and losses with Pat Fitzgerald. So I got when we if you go back last season when we were itching to see who's gonna be a replacement for Jonathan Smith and Fitzgerald's name that was floated out there. I'm not gonna lie, was not a fan. I still have my questions about the hire, but he's here now, so I'm rooting for him. I'm not wishing ill or anything bad. I just want to see the wins. That's the main thing. Because for all the back and forth we've been going through for the past, let's say 6 years since D'Antonio left, NIL stuff. Are we broke? Do we have money? Or don't we have money? Are we doing it the right way? Or are we doing it the wrong way? Just wait. Just wait. And it's
Are we doing it
just
anyway?
blocking out all the noise. They just want to see what the product is on the football field because you get your hopes up, you see things that hey, I can make a case. Maybe I've had my green glasses on too much, but right now I'm just in the wait and see wins and losses. Because if I start trying to even look for um, positives, they're very few and far between right now with the recruiting and just the roster itself. But that's on paper. And paper is not who plays the game. So they have to get the bodies on the field. And we'll see, because on paper, we did an exercise a few months ago about what the schedule looks like and with what we think we know about the team. And it's not pretty. It did not feel good to do that exercise and go through it and be honest with our listeners.
Do you
Because
remember the
honestly,
line? You remember the
huh?
line that? Do you remember the line that Clubber Lang had in Rocky 3 when they interviewed him before he fought Rocky the second time? He was like, "What's your prediction? Prediction? Pain."
Hey. Yeah.
As in a lot of pain that we may take again this season. Cause like you said, we did
look
the
at that Vegas
exercise.
line. I think it's 3.5.
Looking at yeah. And I asked you, what game are we going to win the first half in to get that half game?
I know. I don't think Vegas knows what they're doing. And we're in Vegas. I was thinking about places to bet. I was like,
futures bet.
I would have bet the under, and that's the problem.
The under 3.5.
I don't want to bet the under on my squad. Like, that's terrible.
So it would just be the first 2 games, and that's it. Toledo and Eastern. That's it.
You want to see something
the rest
scary?
Of the games on slots.
You know what the line? Someone were talking about the message board either earlier this week or last week, because Vegas starts releasing some of their lines of the football games. Michigan State is on like a 10-point favorite versus Toledo coming up. Now, of course, that's not until September, and a lot of things can change. Like, you only a 10-point favorite. It's a MAC school. You look at our squad and we're like, well, yeah, damn near might be in their fucking peer group. So who knows?
I want to see if the line's going to be versus Notre Dame. Probably be desired. Minus 30.
The transfer portal has left a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired. Wins desired.
Oh man. So I'm already thinking, because when we had Jonathan John L. Smith, we had our stick about him being like a Borg. So if the L start piling up for Patty F, what's our stick going to be for him? I have to think about that as the season starts and progresses.
We'll see what,
because he's gonna have that. He's gonna have that tough guy talk. You're not gonna be like Jonathan Smith.
No,
just
he's gonna talk that talk.
We weren't good enough.
But he threw out the first pitch. He was with the Tigers today. He threw out the first pitch. He's talking about Michigan State's gonna be the toughest Michigan State team you've ever seen. I'm like, the toughest Michigan State team we've ever seen? Okay. I hope so.
Wow, I didn't know he said wow.
But
and you know what? The Tigers lost today too.
Well, what else is new? The Tigers don't always win you.
Oh no,
games.
I'm sorry. My bad. The Tigers did win today. I think they blanked the Twins. My bad. Sorry.
No. Well, the Tigers have been on losing. I mean, they're still under 500.
So I was like, well,
yeah, they lost. Well, okay.
Suck, but yeah, they're like 11 games. Not to get off tangent, but they're 11 games. Yeah, they're 11 games below 500. But hey, I'm still rocking my Tigers hat. So they've still enough time to turn it around. But anyway, yeah, he's gonna be talking that tough guy talk at the podium with those L's. So may have to do some kind of meme or something, like an old school like Arnold Schwarzenegger type thing, like from like the 80s.
Pat Fitzgerald, what's best in life? The old school Conan.
Right.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and limitations of the women.
You remember that movie Commando? That's one of my favorite Arnold movies.
It's one of my. It's so ridiculous, dog. He took on a whole island.
Right. Come on, Bennett. Put away the chicken shit gun. You would put the knife in me. It'd look me in the eyes when you turn it. That's what you want to feel it. That's gonna be Pat Fitzgerald at the podium when he starts singing those L's. Come on, you want to put the knife in me, don't you?
Oh, yeah, and the media's not gonna be. The media is not going to be kind to Michigan State if we're like we're already for another like 4-8, 3-9, 5-7. If we don't make a bowl game this year, a lot of people are going to be so out on Michigan State football. It's. I tell you this, I
It's
wasn't
going to be terrible. It's
on
going to be a
board
mass
at first.
exodus.
Well, there's a lot, and it's not just Michigan State being bad that would lead to that because we've been bad for a long time anyway. So that wouldn't cause the fandom to leave, but it's the changes to college football and your team being bad. It caused you to walk away. Like for myself, for a long time I was really into recruiting. I got into recruiting. What year was that? I really started getting to like 09, 010, 2010. Like really deep in the weeds with it. Like we used to go to the games. I could name like the 3 deep on almost all the positions, this and that.
Oh yeah, you could, yeah.
Now what there's and I understand. I'm not and to be clear, I'm for NIL, more for player movement. I just think that the adults in the room who knew all this stuff was coming, it was like, yeah, whatever, we can't stop it, so it's gonna be a free for all. Like, you could put guardrails and things in place to make it, more palatable, but it's hard to even follow your team. Like, all right, 2 years in the Jonathan Smith era gone, so so in the last 5 years from Michigan State, we had to rebuild the team. This is the third rebuild of the team. And you do the rebuild, you have to bring in a bunch of transfers because people want to leave, which they should. They should go pursue, greener pastures.
Yeah.
And so now every 2 years we're getting 50 or 40, 50 new players. And then you have the guys, you can't even keep track of it. Like I can barely name who the starters are anymore. Like if it's not like the quarterback, maybe a receiver or two. Like I don't know who's on the team. I know nothing about the people, and it's hard to make the connection with the players. When it's like this. And I know other schools don't go through it because if you're pretty solid, you're not having a bunch of transfers, just maybe a few transfers here and there. Like for instance, like Ohio State don't gotta the teams that have been winning, they don't have to bring in a shit ton of transfers all the time. They can keep the players they got, and then they can go find the players that they need to fill certain positions, not needing to fill an entire roster.
Right.
In Michigan State, I'm telling myself in my head, but I know I'm not going to follow this. I'm like, I'm going to give Pat Fitzgerald 3 years. Same thing I was going to give Jonathan Smith, 3 years. Well, caveat, unless we start seeing the same stupid shit we were seeing Jonathan Smith, yeah, he could be going in 2 years too. I wouldn't care. But I will give him at least 3 years to, all right, your third recruiting class, your third transfer portal class, you should have a solid base. And Michigan State should be squarely a bowl team, easily a bowl team, not even thinking about making a bowl because it's going to happen. And we need to be pushing towards making the playoffs. At least I'll even be nice and say that trajectory towards the playoffs by year 3 and hopefully making the playoffs by 4 or 5. Like, please, especially the expansion to 24 teams. Like, if we ain't making the playoffs with 24 teams, we might as well scrap the whole fucking thing.
I was just going to say that because
right.
Because it's definitely trending that way because I saw on ESPN, it was maybe last week. It was very recently that other conferences have now jumped on that bandwagon. The Big 12, I think, and ACC, maybe one other conference. I'm like, oh my God, fucking 24 teams?
24
a 24 team playoff. That is ridiculous.
You're talking about damn near like half the SEC and half the Big 10 would probably make the playoffs in that system.
And you're talking about expanding the season to win the fucking Super Bowl. It's played?
It would have to be.
I'm like,
so
God.
You're talking about in a 2014 playoff, you basically got to be 9-3 or 8-4, and depending on those 3 or 4 losses, depending on who they're against, yeah, Michigan State should be in the playoffs in that scenario. If Pastor Joe does what we hope he can do, like like we're not even talking about going 12. We're like, man, hey, nigga, you get 8-4. 8-4 get you a 22 seed. Like,
22 seed, yeah, baby, just squeaking in.
I don't like it, but
Number 22,
it is what
baby.
it is. But
Yeah,
yeah,
just
it's a tough
yeah,
watch. Like I said,
yeah, it is. It's getting tougher and tougher, dude. I mean, 24 teams, 24.
just all about the money because we already know that some of these teams have no shot of winning. This is how college football is. It's not the NFL where you can just parity. Most teams are within margins better than each other. Most games within a field goal or a touchdown. Like if you put the number 1 team versus the number 22 team, usually the number 1 team is smacking number 22.
Yeah, that's gonna be a slaughter. And let's put it out there too. There's not 24 worthy teams in Division I college football to be in the playoff.
To win
there's
a national
hardly
championship,
12.
absolutely not.
Right, there's hardly 12 teams.
It's not 12. We've already went through it. Everybody had the BCS a couple years because there were some teams that get left out. Like for the most part, BCS got it right. And then for the most part, when they had a 14 playoff, most years I feel like they got it right. Like there's a few things here or there. Okay, it could be different. But we already know the difference between the teams who usually are like number 1, number 2 versus the teams who are like 8, 9, 10. There's a huge gap between those teams.
Yes, and there always will be.
Like,
I mean, for the most part, I mean,
I know. If you follow recruiting, go look at some of these squads. If you're a Michigan State fan and you haven't looked at, just don't do Michigan. It's not a good one to compare it to. Do like Ohio State, Texas, Alabama. Look at their rosters in their talent through the 3D, and then look at Michigan State's talent on paper through the 3D. It's not comparable. Now again, yes,
I know,
just on paper, but we have enough data to say, hey, what does a national championship profile look like? And then compare it to Michigan State's profile. Yeah.
Shitty.
We're not
like
close.
Like I said, we're now the old Indiana. We're the old Indiana. And it could be that way for a long time. I mean, with the ineptitude of the administration and, like I said, the gray clouds that's turning darker with recruiting and, always been in this hope phase.
I'm past hope. I'm a shade above apathy. Like I'm looking I'm definitely not a sunshine blower. I'm looking for hope, and I can't make my brain hope. My brain can't make my heart hope. That's how down bad I am. Like my heart's like, yeah, bro. And the brain is like, no. There's a small green light somewhere inside my body, like just flickering, like it's okay. There's still hope. It's on life support.
Yeah,
it really is. Like doing this podcast helps because they get to get some of the frustrations out. But as a consumer, well, we got season tickets this year, so hey, we gonna try to do so. We trying to support the university.
Yeah, we got season tickets, and they have 7 home games this year, which is a first. I don't know how they pulled that off, but 7 home games.
Maybe it's the times that we went to that they had us up at Ford Field just to do us a little solid.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Doing that. We're not going to Ford Field, at least this coming up season. So,
man, I wish we could be good and play at home at Ford Field. I like that Ford Field game. I know some people
I
hate
did
it. I thought it
too.
was a good time.
I did too. I mean, despite actually we won the last year's game.
Last season. In the shootout with Maryland, when their 5-star QB was
Battle of the
us up.
Losers. Yeah, Battle of the Losers. I don't know how Mike Locksley is still a head coach because
it's cheaper to keep her, baby. That's why. That's the same thing with Luke Fickell. Because Luke Fickell's on really thin ice. Because Wisconsin been bad for grip too. And guess what?
Yeah,
Wisconsin's recruiting is looking better than ours. They're in our peer group. I know.
and we play at
Fickell's
Wisconsin, I believe,
an
right?
established losing coach at Wisconsin. They revamped the NIL and doubled down. Said, "Hey, we're gonna give it one last chance." And on paper, recruiting's going wise, but recruiting, like I said, don't win you games all the time up front. So, but
yeah, they were
both, I
singing
would
that.
assume
Luke
both
was singing that
Loxley
Biggie
and
song. One more chance.
Loxley and Fickell, I think they're both on show me years.
Oh yeah, yeah. First things first, I Papa freaks out the honeys, Playboy bunnies. It was fun money. That's what Luke was singing to the administration at Wisconsin. Give me one more chance, please, baby, please.
I know we're gearing towards football season, and I know I'm talking shit. I will be watching. I'm not gonna hold up. I'm not gonna tell that lie. Like I'm not gonna watch what I'm gonna do. Like no, I'm gonna watch every game.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be watching. Yep,
we're
gonna be watching.
There, like I said.
Yep. Yep.
Just I'm tired of the whole thing of for Michigan State football being a team of unknowns. Just we've been doing that.
Unknowns and hope.
Unknowns. Well, the quaffle, the known knowns and the unknown. It's like we just talked about before we got on the pod.
And
looking at the roster, it's like okay, there's hope. We have some decent football players. I'm not going to say everybody's terrible and everything's doom and gloom. Let me not stop doing that. There's hope if the talent can develop and we can have a lot of things fall in our favor. Michigan State will be a bowl team this season. It's just I got to see it on the field. I got to see what they look like. I got to see what it's going to be because Fitzgerald, he left Northwestern not in a good spot. They were terrible his last few years. And now he's back. And so we'll see if he figured something out. I don't know. I just got to see it. Like I don't want people to take it as me shitting on the coach. Like, no, I just got to see it. Like I'm going to be rude. I got to see it. Like I'm gonna keep a negative connotation until I see otherwise.
And I think you made this point too, Broski, during the tournament run for the basketball team, that MSU is always, the hope team. there's always hope with MSU. There's really no definites. Well, if this happens and if that happens, if MSU gets the right draw and they could do this and they can make the Final Four, or if we hope that the players on the football team can really do some things. There's no definites. It's always possibles, and there's always possible, no definites.
Low expectations. Well, I guess for football, low expectations. Basketball, I think we all have high expectations, and that's the difference. Like, I think, we're like, oh yeah, Sweet 16, that's nice. We should be in the Final Four though. But I'll say this, and this is early preview. I definitely think Michigan State basketball is they're going to be very good, and I don't think we're going to be so much in the if hope. No, there's some things that I can't say, oh, they're going to win a national championship next year. No, I don't. I can't guarantee that, but I definitely think they're easily a Elite Eight, Final Four team right now. Even if everybody doesn't develop the way we hope they do, I just think they have enough.
Hope.
So we can hope and determine and say, hey, if we get this, but this is a different standard for football and basketball, right? We're talking about, hey, legitimately trying to win a championship. Well, football is like, man, can we make a bowl? Like, that'd be great. Win 6 games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got some fun times ahead. Fun times, baby. What can we say? So, well, broski, I think we kind of chopped it up enough here. We've beat down the administration. We've we rolled in some I'll say some dark and gray clouds over the football team. So
I hope we good. I hope we make a bowl.
Yeah. And for all of our listeners and followers out there, don't hate us. This is what we do. We're fans. And as fans, we have a right to criticize and express our opinions, good, bad, ugly, indifferent. This is what we do. We don't sing the tune of what the administration says or what all of the, talking heads say. As fans, we have the right to share our emotions and all that stuff. So that's what we're exactly doing. And this is how we see it. So if you don't like it, hey, go find like my man Brad Galley, who just likes to sing the tune of Michigan football all the time.
If you don't like us, let us know. Why don't you like us? How about that? If you don't like us, let us know. Even better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's even better. Yeah. Yep. If you don't like us, let us know. If you love us, let us know. We love to hear from you guys. Good, bad, ugly, and different. We comment. We're not afraid.
Nope.
So, having said that, glad to be back on the air here. We'll be pumping up more fine programming for you guys here as the summer progresses. We'll have some great interviews lined up for you. We're going to keep our eye out on things. Cue the Woodshed. From we have our Woodshed news desk here that we use on Facebook and everything. Instagram. We're on all the platforms. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music. We're this out there. So we're in the ether. Come check us out. Come take this ride with us. Good, bad, ugly. We like it all. So I'm Ken, the super cool Spartan. My brother Brian, the super mad Spartan. Cue the Woodshed. And we are out. Go green.
All right.